Of what, the Cahill incident? Is that what you're asking me?
Of everything.
Well, I've just been asked by the radios and the TV, the first question they asked me, should Cahill have gone? And the simple answer is yes. Especially after the referee has already booked 2 people for simulation or diving. And isn't it okay if it's Hazard or Oscar or Willian, they run at that pace, that a smallest connection with them can bring them over. I've got no question about that. But this is England's centre half, by the way. This is a centre half, and for me, it could have been a red card in his first challenge. What earned him the yellow card on Aluko is reckless and dangerous. So when you come, you expect the referee to do their job. It's difficult enough to come here, and consequently, Tom Huddleston, who is the most laid back, even he's borne a frustration of the decisions that have gone against them, and he's produced a horror challenge which deserves a red card. But when you ask them and you come to places like this, then you need them to make the right call. And when you see it back and you watch the replays of it, it's, well, I don't know, there's no justification for it, because we all know what he's tried to do. He's tried to win the penalty by taking off, thinking that Milo was going to challenge him. And in Latin countries, it's applauded. If you gain a penalty or a free kick, they accept it. But the reason why people enjoy the Barclays Premier League, for me, is the honesty of it and the integrity of it. And we must stop this horrible simulation which unfortunately has creeped in. And the referees have got a hard job, but that wasn't a hard decision, not from 12 yards, not from where I was.
That wasn't the only decision that went against you, whether it's either Aluko seemed to get caught for that.
Well, we thought that was a free kick. But as I said, you know, if I really genuinely wanted to say what I want to say, then I'm going to be hauled up in front of the Premier League again, and I'm going to be taken and fined the 10 grand, wherever it was. And I think I paid 20 odd last year, so before Christmas I'm going to make sure I button my lip and say piss all about it, and keep me money in my pocket. Sorry for the French ladies, I do apologise.
Steve, how do you tell your players when they see Willian doing it, Costa doing it, in games to come now, how do you tell your players to react to that? Because obviously they can see their emotions are getting better than it.
Well, I've just said the reason why the Barclays Premier League, above any other league in the world, is watched is because of the honesty and integrity of it. And sometimes when you see Hazard fly and you see him live, and he's short gravity, you know, you can't touch him and over it goes, and that can be difficult. But today's Cahill, the referee, was 10 yards away. Everybody in the ground seen it at the time. And as I said, the frustration was that we feel aggrieved as a team because it's gone against us.
Do you think it made a difference that it was Cahill that did it? Because an England centre-half, you wouldn't expect him to do something.
Yeah, that shouldn't be the case, should it? It shouldn't be the case that it is. But when you watch it over, it's like something out of Swan Lake, never mind. You know, it's that blatant. It's that obvious of what he's trying, and yet there's some sort of excuse that they'll find for it. And listen, who knows, we might not have been good enough to get something, but to play Chelsea with 10 men is a lot easier than 11. And unfortunately, we've had to play with the last half hour. You know, it was a big call. Might not have made any difference, but we were certainly in the game up until that period.
Steve, did you think it wasn't going to be a day when Dawson had to go off so early?
Well, today has probably summed up what our season's been, where we've been competitive enough and played some decent stuff, and unfortunately things have gone against us, and today was one of them days again.
What's Michael done, sir?
He's done a hamstring, unfortunately. Yeah.
Reports suggest in France that Hatem Ben Arfa flew back in Paris and he will no longer be a player of HaytersTV. What are your comments on that?
I don't know, to be honest, I don't know if Hatem is in Paris. That's the truth. As for not playing again for Hull City, then, you know, at the moment he's not in the squad, and the transfer window opens in January, so there's still conversations to be had with him, but at the moment he's not in the squad, and he hasn't earned the right to be in the squad at the moment, so I don't know if there is a report that he's in France or wherever he is. I'm not sure.
With the Dawson hamstring injury, do you have any idea of the severity yet?
Well, not until he gets scans. We'll probably report on that on Monday, but he's felt it very quickly, so it looks as if it could be one of them which is at least a month to 6 weeks.